After parent information has been entered on the FAFSA, the next step is to provide parent financial information. The easiest way to provide parent financial information is by using the IRS data retrieval tool known as the IRS DRT. If eligible to use the IRS DRT, your parent will be able to directly transfer their tax information from the IRS and autofill several questions in the section of the FAFSA. They may be ineligible to use the IRS DRT if a foreign tax return was filed, if the marital status on the FAFSA is married and taxes were filed as head of household or married filing separately, or if the marital status listed on the FAFSA is unmarried and both legal parents living together. If any of these conditions apply, your parent will be unable to use the IRS DRT and tax information will need to be entered manually. If none of the reasons listed apply, we recommend using the IRS DRT. To use the IRS DRT, the tax returns for the required filing year must be already completed. You will need to provide the type of tax return filed, which can be found on the tax form in the upper left-hand corner. Most people who file taxes in the US file a 1040 tax form. Next, you will need to provide the filing status, which is shown via a checkbox on the top portion of the tax form. Once these questions are answered, the FAFSA will determine whether you are eligible to use the IRS DRT. If eligible, you will then click Proceed to the IRS. If in the Parent section, your parent will need to provide their FSA ID and password. If in the Student section and you already logged in using your FSA ID and password, you will not need to re-enter it. In order to use the IRS DRT, you will have to leave the FAFSA by clicking on Proceed to the IRS. This will automatically take you to the IRS website where you will need to fill out information from the tax return you are trying to transfer. Some information will already be listed, but you should ensure everything matches exactly what is listed on the tax form. Once you click Submit, you will see if the IRS was able to find a match in their system. If not, you should double check what is filled out with what is listed on the tax form and try again. After multiple tries, if you can't find a match, we recommend moving on with the FAFSA and entering the tax information manually. If you do find a match, you will see a page listing what information will be transferred. It will have two options, one to transfer the tax information and one not to transfer the tax information. You should check the box to transfer the tax information and click the Transfer Now button. You will automatically be taken back to the FAFSA and the answers that have been transferred will say, Transferred from the IRS. While many questions will be transferred from the IRS, there will still be some that need to be answered manually.